This is exactly right.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
Summer is for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
Their trained techs help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
Best part? You can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely. Goodbye.
Do you love historic true crime? Well, we've got good news for you. Season 11 of Kate Winkler Dawson's hit podcast, Tenfold More Wicked, premieres today, April 1st, right here on Exactly Right.
If you don't know Kate, she's a true crime journalist and author who also hosts Buried Bones with Paul Holes.
This season of Tenfold More Wicked, titled Fire and Brimstone, is about the death of a Puritan separatist in colonial New England 20 years before the Salem witch trials.
Kate joins a listener whose distant relative was killed in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and together they investigate the life of Rebecca Briggs and uncover the supernatural lore surrounding her death.
Stay tuned at the end of this episode and listen to the trailer for the newest season of Tenfold More Wicked.
And don't forget to follow, rate, and review the show wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Hello.
And welcome
to my favorite murder,
the Minisodes.
Whee!
You've sent these stories into us, so we've chosen to read them.
Yeah, we want to share your stories with the world. No secrets, no gatekeeping.
Want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. This one is quite something. I'm not going to read you the subject line. So it starts, "Hello, girlies and pets. I've been listening to years of MFM in the last few months since I found you, and I'm finally mostly caught up. I've been hesitant, but this story is too good not to share, so here it is. A few years ago, while I was going through architecture school in the U.S., I visited home," and then in parentheses it says, "small town on the coast of Italy." What a drag.
Wow.
Architecture school was so stressful that I was losing the will to live, lost a lot of weight, even my hair, gasp. So my sweet mom decided to take me to our family's dermatologist who had known me since I was a child. During that visit, the doctor and my mom caught each other up on their lives like old friends do, and he told us he was going through a divorce. I remember feeling sad for his family. We knew his wife, and they had 3 small children as well. He then went on with the visit and proceeded to pull on my hair to do a test to see if I was just being dramatic, and then decided that I was just very stressed and needed to chill out for my hair to stop falling out. And then it just says eye roll. Fast forward to a few months later. I'm back in the U.S. at school. My mom calls me one day and shakily tells me to look up our dermatologist online. Remember that during the visit, he told us about his divorce? Well, this piece of shit had lured his wife into their family's villa under false pretenses of having to discuss the sale of some art in their collection. And then in parentheses, it says, yes, wealthy people's problems. And then it says, but what he actually was there to do was beat her to death. They found her body mostly naked, and the police implied that he had sexually assaulted her as well. I also found out later that not long before murdering her, he had physically attacked his then ex-wife in public while she was at a very popular beach club with her new partner and their kids. I heard this from family and friends who were present at the scene, although this incident was not talked about on the news. They caught him at his parents' house in Tuscany while he was trying to run. He had his passport and a bunch of money. He never confessed to the murder, but was convicted and is now in jail for the rest of his life. The thing that bothers me most about this story, other than the fact that he touched me with the same hands that he had killed a woman with, is that this doctor had publicly campaigned for many years against jealousy killings of women by their male partners, and even organized a series of fundraising events to raise awareness on the issue.
What?
I hope this makes it through to you. I love you guys. You're the best at what you do, and you've opened my eyes about the dangers around us, especially women. Bye. C.S. She, her.
Wow. Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing, right?
So a doctor,
Yeah.
just a community pillar,
Yeah.
just horrifying.
Yep. It could be anyone.
Could be anyone with uncontrollable rage issues that they don't think that they have to ever work on or get under control.
Right. Narcissism. Okay, this one's called Murderer in the Family. Hello, ladies and assorted pets. I'm a newer listener to the podcast. Shout out to my therapist for recommending it.
Inside job.
And started listening from the beginning. I'm currently on episode 114. I was going to write to you about my hometown murder, 13-year-old Eric Smith, who murdered 4-year-old Derek Robbie. Ugh, never mind. But I'm pretty sure you already covered it in one of your earlier episodes. I don't think we ever covered that one.
Did you
I
not?
might have. Maybe I
Because
did.
I think, wasn't he one of the youngest murderers ever to
Right.
be sentenced or something? That was the kid with the red hair, right?
Yeah. Then I did cover it.
Yeah.
So instead, I figured I'd tell you about my grandfather's brother who murdered 2 people back in the 60s. And then it says, I'm pretty sure that's when it happened. I learned all of this from my dad because my grandpa doesn't talk much about his family. I wonder why. But apparently my great uncle went through a very bad drug addiction and ended up killing 2 separate people and stealing their cars to sell for drug money. The saddest part about the whole story is that one of the men my uncle killed was on his way to the hospital to meet his 6th child who was born that morning. I was able to find more information on his crimes in a memoir of one of his arresting officer's life. And it says, crazy to think that my family member's crime stuck with this officer enough for him to put it in the book. My uncle was eventually caught and sentenced to prison. He did his time and then lived out the rest of his life as a law-abiding citizen. I met him once before he died, and I remember being shocked that he was the murderer in the family. I definitely would have put my money on a few other family members. Thank you so much for your podcast. It makes me feel more normal for being obsessed with true crime. SSDGM, Kirsten.
Yeah, that feels extra tragic that they could have just stolen the cars and gotten the same thing.
Right.
Why did you have to kill people? Just take the thing that you need to
Totally
translate into drug money or whatever. Just senseless killing on the way is horrifying.
And then someone you know and are related to, that just feels so unsettling.
Yeah. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, Streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye. All right. Well, the subject line of this email is shit my murderino grandma says. And then in parentheses, it says quick and easy.
Thank you.
Which really swayed me. And then it just starts, I don't have a cute greeting, so I'll just use my go-to for when I encounter someone I haven't seen in years in the grocery store and say, hey, how's it going? And keep moving. My family loves to keep secrets, so unfortunately this email contains none. Please give me your tips for cracking withholding family members! Exclamation point. Get them drunk.
Exactly. Alcohol.
And then it says, I grew up as a third-generation Sacramentan. And then in parentheses, it just has a question mark. And had literally never even heard about the East Area Rapist until the first episode of your podcast.
Whoa.
But it explains a lot. My grandma Jean, who we call Grammy, was in her 40s with a teenage daughter at home when the East Area Rapist was committing his awful crimes. To this day, Grammy is incredibly vigilant about personal safety, locks her car doors immediately after getting in, checks the stopper and the sliding door every night, sets her house alarm every single time she leaves or goes to bed. That's pretty standard. If you're not doing that, like get on Grammy's level right now. You should be doing all those things.
A+.
When my papa passed away, she strongly suggested that their longtime neighbor would need to house sit during the funeral because someone may see in the paper when the funeral service was, and knowing that no one would be home, would use that opportunity to rob the house. She's on it.
That's right. That's a thing.
She's on it. Growing up 10 minutes from Grammy, her cautious habits and urgings no doubt played into my murderino origin story. But she is also borderline batshit in plenty of other ways. Once I was spending the night on her couch and we were gathering bedding for me to use. Needing a blanket, I pointed to a plush blue one in the closet, still in its packaging, and suggested, what about this one? She tells me no, because she hasn't decided if she wants to be buried with that one.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Grammy bought a blanket from Costco with the intention of taking it to the grave.
What? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let her if she wants to.
Sure.
This had to have been 5 years ago now, and contrary to what she's always telling me, she's still with us at 92 years old.
Wow.
I'll have to check back in to see if she's made a decision on that blanket or if it's up for grabs now. Stay sexy and make sure your grandma doesn't want to be buried with that blanket before you borrow it. J, she, her.
Oh my God. They say the cortisol and adrenaline from constant fear of true crime will take you early, but clearly it's keeping her alive.
Not the case for Grammy, not at all.
Grammy.
Well, and also, I think that's a really interesting point because, you know, there's people who, like us, who elect to involve ourselves in true crime.
Yeah.
But then Grammy was forced into it because there was an active, like, uncaught serial rapist in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
And she had to get real super quick. And I think that's like, over the years, it's almost like more and more the murderinos show up because of the experiences they've had and the things that they have gone through and seen for themselves, where it's like, there's no benefit to leaving your sliding glass door unlocked at night.
And we've been hearing for years, we never thought it would happen in our neighborhood. No one locked the doors. It's like, let's stop with that. We've learned from that.
Right. Let us lecture you, if only just for the one person that locks
Yeah.
the door when they should.
Yeah. Okay. It's called A Search Party for Me You Shouldn't Have. Hi, MFMers. And which looks like motherfucker, like a shortened motherfuckers, which is kind of cool.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't have a murder story, but I do have an I was a dumb kid story, ? So when I was around 5 years old, I went missing, kind of. My parents and siblings couldn't find me. They yelled in the house and I didn't respond. I looked all over the house and yard and still no Lindsay. So they started looking around the neighborhood. They were going door to door and had all the neighbors out looking as well. Eventually the police were called and they were added to the search. No one could find me anywhere and my parents were panicking. Ugh, that feeling.
That's every parent's nightmare.
Nightmare. After a couple hours of looking, my mom went to my bedroom and laid on the floor and cried. She opened her eyes and there I was, under the bunk bed that I shared with my younger sister, looking at her with my big eyes. When my parents and the police asked why I was under there, I told them I was playing a game.
Oh.
And when they asked why I didn't respond to the yelling, I only told them I didn't know. I don't remember the incident much, but I will always vividly remember the view of my mom sobbing on the bedroom floor while thinking she lost a child.
Oh.
I wasn't in trouble after, but I was forced to sit with my mom for a while on her rocking chair instead of being able to go play. Yeah. Stay sexy and don't scare the shit out of your parents for no reason, Lindsay. And actually, I remember one time I stayed out all night when I was 13 or 14, on drugs. And they knew I was on drugs. And so they called, my parents called the police. The police were looking for me. And my brother later told me that he heard my dad sobbing in the bathroom. Which is making your parents sob is the worst feeling. And I definitely changed my act after that,
That kind of pierced through the haze of I'm trying to be cool.
Right. Rebellion and shit. It was oh, that's not fun for anyone.
Yes, but on behalf of little Georgia, I would just like to say, then don't make me walk home from kindergarten by myself.
Residual trauma.
It's all around us. Make a podcast about it. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. The right piece of furniture can completely change your room.
And your life. It's amazing what one good couch can do for morale.
And that's why there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time. There's no filler. Every item is chosen for its craftsmanship, design, and lasting value.
And with Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence, knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it.
I recently needed to replace my old outdoor dining room table and chairs, so of course I went straight to Article. They have the Sarik outdoor dining set. I got it in khaki green. It's such a cute, minty green. It looks so good in my backyard. I can't wait to have alfresco dinners all summer. We can carve pumpkins on it in fall. It's so beautiful. Article knocked it out of the park once again.
Article's offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye. Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is another fun family one. I won't read you the subject line. It just says, Dear all, I hope this story is in line with the Minisodes theme. I'm at the point where you're accepting rabies-related stories.
I love those. I love when they tell us what we're now accepting in a way that's like, you won't believe this.
But it also sounds like something I would say if I was sick of it, where it's like, look, I'm at the point where we're accepting rabies-related stories. Like, this is insanity. That's how it reads to me in my head. But they're just actually saying,
yeah,
I'm just at the rabies section. Back half of that is, so I can only imagine what kind of stories you're getting nowadays. Anyway, I love my family, and we are all happy and successful in our own ways, but we've never done anything remarkable enough to be newsworthy. We don't have any champion athletes or award-winning scientists or anything like that, which is why I was so excited to find out after 26 years of living with my family that we do have a record setter in the family. That's right. My mom's cousin set the national record for bank robberies with a whopping 27 banks robbed throughout Portugal.
Holy shit. Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I was obviously super excited about this and mad that I wasn't the only one who had no idea that this cousin even existed, so I dug a bit deeper. It turns out his name is Manuel Simoes, but he was known by the media as the Portuguese loner. Mm-hmm. He robbed between 27 and 29 banks. Some articles differ, so I'm not sure which one's true. Between 1998 and 2000, accumulating about 500,000 euros. However, all articles also mention that he was terrified while doing these robberies, often shaking while pointing a gun at people.
No.
And even cried once in front of an employee.
Oh my God, how confusing.
I don't know how to feel right now.
No.
Apparently, he had a successful business in France, but according to my mom, got involved with a shady Italian. If only. And became seriously in debt. He was only arrested because he tried to rob the same bank a second time and was recognized. So he was like just under pressure.
Yeah, he was actually nervous because he didn't want to be doing this thing, but he had to.
But he had to
27 times.
Holy
shit. That's a lot of debt.
It's so much debt. Okay, but wait. He managed to break another record after that as the first person to escape from the prison he was sent to.
Oh, okay.
Only to be caught again 5 months later. I never knew this cousin, but my mom and uncle say he was a really nice guy and just a normal dude, although my uncle once illegally crossed 2 borders, and then it says Spain and France in parentheses, because he didn't have his passport when they were about to leave, and this cousin said, no worries, just hide under these blankets in the back of the car.
It's like a drive-in theater. It's not that you can't.
Yeah. I was so blown away by this information that I had to tell everyone I knew right away. Interestingly, and I swear this is true, a few days later, I was telling this story to a friend, and after I finished, she said, I'm pretty sure I have an aunt who got robbed by a man around that time while she was working in a bank here in Lisbon. We immediately checked with her mom, and the story tracks.
Shut up.
My cousin robbed her aunt, and now we're close friends. Reverse karma, I guess. Sorry for the long story. I had to share this with you. I love the podcast, and I can't wait to be up to date on the episodes. SSDGM, and cheers from Portugal.
Oh my God.
Miguel,
thank you.
Miguel, that was a great email. That was everything we want. And with Kismet at the end.
Yeah, Kismet. It would have been great if it was a meet cute, just saying.
I mean, it had all the elements.
It had everything we needed. Okay, my last one's called Hidden Treasure. You love it. Hi, MFM crew. I'll try to keep this short and sweet in hopes it gets picked. I've written in a few times with a longer story, so hopefully you two can squeeze in this feel-good treasure story.
Good selling.
When I was in my early 20s, my then boyfriend and I were headed north from Seattle, Washington, where we lived, to Bellingham, Washington, to spend a long weekend with friends. He was driving my little tin can of a used car while I played DJ in the passenger seat. We were almost to our destination when suddenly we heard that stomach-dropping whoop of a police car behind us. And then in parentheses, it says, going 85 in a 60 is frowned upon, I guess. We pulled off to the side of the road and await what's next. We got the usual, do you know why I stopped you, young man, talk, and then he proceeded to ask for license, registration, and insurance. My boyfriend hands over his ID, and me, being the unorganized, carefree girl that I was at the time, thinks, shit. I'm rifling through my glove box, center console, under seats, nothing. It says irresponsible, I know. With a pile of old mail, loose papers, and God knows what else plopped in my lap, I have to lean forward and tell the officer I don't have the documentation he's requesting. He hands us a hefty ticket, and as we pull away, I burst into tears. I had no idea on earth how this broke-ass 22-year-old living in an overpriced Seattle apartment was going to pay the man. I collect myself and begin going through the pile of randomness on my lap. I come across a plain, unsealed white envelope. I open her up, and right there before my eyes is 9 perfectly crisp $100 bills.
What?
It says WTF. Is this yours? I asked my boyfriend. Neither one of us had any clue how or why this amount of money was hidden away amongst the rest of the papers. I had purchased the car many months prior, and all I could think was that possibly the previous owner left it behind accidentally, and I found it when I needed it the most. Or I am a sleepwalking, cash-stashing freak? We'll never know. Let's just say that ticket got paid with plenty to spare. Stay sexy and always know where your car registration is, or don't, because you just might find some hidden treasure. Melanie. And then it says, P.S. You ladies are my fave. Thank you for all you do and for keeping me sane and entertained through this crazy thing we call life. Heart emoji.
Well, you're welcome, Melanie. It's our pleasure. But never in a million years would I've used that $900 cash to pay that ticket.
No.
No way.
Well, you get out of it somehow, right? But if you need the money, if you're going to get the ticket, you're going to get the ticket.
True. I'm just saying, very viscerally felt Melanie's description of the inside of her car. And I'm like, I've kind of been that girl for a very long time. And you basically, you get these huge life lessons of like, see, now you have this ticket. Now stop being irresponsible. Now get your shit together. And then you find an envelope of cash and you're like, not today, motherfucker. I'll learn that lesson another time.
Someone's telling you otherwise.
That's it. It sounds like we need to go to TGI Fridays.
All right. Well, thanks for writing in to those people who wrote in, and thanks for listening to you who listened.
Yes, we appreciate you. And if you have a story about rabies or anything else, please write to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com and stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
On the next season of Tenfold More Wicked, a longtime listener reaches out with a tragic family story that's been passed down through the centuries.
My first name is Carrie. My last name is Nolte, Nolte, and I am a descendant of Rebecca Briggs, murder victim.
About an English Puritan separatist fleeing religious persecution who arrives in colonial New England to face an even greater danger.
You do get these kind of instances where families kind of turn on themselves and any member can kill anyone else, where it does spill over into violence.
Rebecca Briggs Cornell survives the harsh landscape of the early colonies, the sudden loss of her husband, and a horrifying massacre, only to be found burned to death in her own home. But was it an accident, or was it murder?
I think that she was stabbed. I think he set her on fire to cover up the wound.
A harrowing historical true crime that takes a turn toward the supernatural.
He opens his eyes and he sees his sister kind of bathed in an ethereal light. And she says, "Look how I am burned with fire."
I'm Kate Winkler Dawson, and this is Season 11 of Tenfold More Wicked. Join us as we uncover the details of a murder investigation from a time when belief in the spirit world was commonplace.
They were burning witches 90 miles away, and the entire population believed in the supernatural.
And when folklore was trusted as fact.
There is something called cruentation. And what that is the belief that the body will tell when the murderer is near.
In a time when a ghostly vision could be used as testimony to break a murder case wide open, pinpointing the alleged killer for who he truly is, a member of the family. Season 11 of Tenfold More Wicked premieres April 1st on Exactly Right. New episodes out every Monday. Listen and follow Tenfold More Wicked on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Alejandra Keck.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at My Favorite Murder and on Twitter at My Fave Murder. Goodbye.
Calling all amateur detectives and podcast obsessives.
Virgin Voyage's second true crime voyage sets sail March 20th, 2027 for a 5-night escape to Grand Turk and the Beach Club at Bimini.
As part of the On Air at Sea collection, this immersive sailing brings together fan favorite podcasts, including Disgraceland, Buried Bones, and Wisecrack, for live recordings, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive meet and greets, and crime-themed programming that you won't find anywhere else.
All aboard our award-winning, kid-free ships.
Head over to virginvoyages.com/truecrime to secure your spot.
Goodbye. In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. Like, this is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye.
Whether it's help with hormone therapy, weight management, or sexual health, every woman should have access to affordable prescription medication and personalized care that understands the whole woman. Join me, Dr. Doug Lucas, clinical lead of hormone optimization and longevity at LifeMD, along with other leading experts on the podcast Here's Something Good on Women's Health and Longevity. To learn more, go to lifemd.com/iHeart.